Grammarbook.com. Capitalization Rules. Capitalization is the writing of a word with its first letter in uppercase and the remaining letters in lowercase. Experienced writers are stingy with capitals. It is best not to use them if there is any doubt. Rule 1. Capitalize the first word of a document and the first word after a period. Rule 2. Capitalize proper nouns and adjectives derived from proper nouns. Examples: the Golden Gate Bridge, the Grand Canyon, a Russian song, a Shakespearean sonnet, a Freudian slip. The main function of capitals is to focus attention on particular elements within any group of people, places, or things. We can speak of a lake in the middle of the country, or we can be more specific and say Lake Michigan, which distinguishes it from every other lake on Earth. Rule 3. A thorny aspect of capitalization. Where does it stop? When does the Iraq War become the Iraq War? Why is the legendary Hope Diamond not the Hope Diamond? Everyone writes New York City, so why does the Associated Press stylebook recommend New York State? There aren't always easy formulas or logical explanations. Research with reference books and search engines is the best strategy. In the case of brand names, companies are of little help because they capitalize any word that applies to their merchandise. Domino's Pizza or Domino's Pizza. Is it Ivory Soap or Ivory Soap? A Hilton Hotel or a Hilton Hotel? Most writers don't capitalize common nouns that simply describe the products: pizza, soap, hotel. But it's not always easy to determine where a brand name ends. There is Time Magazine, but also the New York Times Magazine. No one would argue with Coca-Cola or Pepsi-Cola, but a case could be made for Royal Crown Cola. If a trademark starts with a lowercase word or letter, example, eBay, iPhone, many authorities advise capitalizing it to begin a sentence. Example: eBay opened strong in trading today. Rule 4. Capitalize titles when they are used before names, unless the title is followed by a comma. Do not capitalize the title if it is used after a name or instead of a name. Examples: the President will address Congress. Chairman of the Board, William Bly, will preside at the conference. The Chairman of the Board, William Bly, will preside. The senators from Iowa and Ohio are expected to attend. Note: out of respect, some writers and publishers choose to capitalize the highest ranks in government, royalty, religion, etc. Examples: the President arrived. The Queen spoke. The Pope decreed. Many American writers believe this to be a wrong-headed policy in a country where, theoretically, all humans are perceived as equal. Rule 5. Titles are not the same as occupations. Do not capitalize occupations before full names. Examples: Director Steven Spielberg, Owner Helen Smith, Coach Biff Sykes. Sometimes the line between title and occupation gets blurred. One example is general manager. Is it a title or an occupation? Opinions differ. Same with professor. The Associated Press stylebook considers professor a job description rather than a title, and recommends using lowercase even before the full name. Professor Robert Ames. However, titles replacing someone's first name are generally capitalized. Example: here comes Professor Ames. Rule 6a. Capitalize a formal title when it is used as a direct address. The more formal the title, the more likely it is to be capitalized. Examples: will you take my temperature, doctor? We're sorry to report, Captain, that we're headed for choppy waters. That's what you say, mister. Good afternoon, sweetheart. Rule 6b. Capitalize relatives' family names, kinship names, when they immediately precede a personal name, or when they are used alone in place of a personal name. Examples: I found out that Mom is here. You look good, Grandpa. Andy and Opie loved Aunt Bee's apple pies. However, These monikers are not capitalized when they are used with possessive nouns or pronouns. When preceded by articles such as a, an, or the, when they follow the personal name, or when they do not refer to a specific person. Examples: I found out that my mom is here. Joe's grandpa looks good. He's the father of her first child. The James brothers were notorious robbers. There's not one mother I know who would allow that. Rule 6C. Capitalize nicknames in all cases. Examples: meet my brothers Junior and Scooter. I just met two guys named Junior and Scooter. Rule 7. Capitalize specific geographical regions. Do not capitalize points of the compass. Examples: we had 3 relatives visit from the west. Go west 3 blocks and then turn left. We left Florida and drove north. We live in the southeast. We live in the southeast section of town. Some areas have come to be capitalized for their fame or notoriety. Examples: I'm from New York's Upper West Side. I'm from the South Side of Chicago. You live in Northern California. He lives in Southern California. Rule 8. In general, do not capitalize the word before proper nouns. Examples: we visited the Grand Canyon. They're fans of Grateful Dead. In special cases, if the word the is an inseparable part of something's official title, it may be capitalized. Example: we visited The Hague. Rule 9. It is not necessary to capitalize city, town, county, etc. if it comes before the proper name. Examples: the city of New York, New York City. The county of Marin, Marin County. Rule 10A. Always capitalize the first word in a complete quotation, even mid-sentence. Example: Lamar said, "The case is far from over, and we will win." Rule 10B. Do not capitalize quoted material that continues a sentence. Example: Lamar said that the case was far from over, and that we will win. Rule 11. For emphasis, writers sometimes capitalize a mid-sentence independent clause or question. Examples: one of her cardinal rules was, never betray a friend. It made me wonder, what is mankind's destiny? Rule 12. Capitalize the names of specific course titles, but not general academic subjects. Examples: I must take History and Algebra 101. He has a double major in European economics and philosophy. Rule 13. Capitalize art movements. Example: I like surrealism, but I never understood abstract expressionism. Rule 14. Do not capitalize the first item in a list that follows a colon. Example: bring the following: paper, a pencil, and a snack. Rule 15. Do not capitalize the national anthem. Rule 16A. Composition titles. Which words should be capitalized in titles of books, plays, films, songs, poems, essays, chapters, etc.? Capitalize the title's first and last word. Capitalize all adjectives, adverbs, and nouns. Capitalize all pronouns, including it. Capitalize all verbs, including all forms of the state of being verbs: am, is, are, was, will be, etc. Capitalize no, not, and the interjection o. Example: how long must I wait, O Lord? Do not capitalize an article, a, an, the, unless it is first or last in the title. Do not capitalize a coordinating conjunction, and, or, nor, but, for, yet, so, unless it is first or last in the title. Do not capitalize the word to, with, or without an infinitive, unless it is first or last in the title. Rule 16b. Many books have subtitles. When including these, put a colon after the work's title and follow the same rules of composition capitalization for the subtitle. Example: The King's English, a guide to modern usage. Note that A is capitalized because it is the first word of the subtitle. Capitalizing composition titles is fraught with gray areas. Pick a policy and be consistent. Visit grammarbook.com and try taking our quizzes.